Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the original Rebels Racing League for the Hardline Transport Solutions Rebels Truck Series. And we are here for some playoff racing. Boy, it has been a long season and a great one, but we're going to just three races away to crown a champion. Sad to see it, honestly. It's been such a awesome season with a lot of drama. We've had some beef. We've had some really good racing. We've had some caution field races. We've had some no caution races. And tonight we're gonna run up on a little rock here in Rockingham Speedway. Always glad to bring these trucks here. You know it. It's the Rock. It's a legendary track. Don't hardly race on it that much. Pretty tough to race on, boy. You gotta really wear your mouthpiece for this one. Rockingham, North Carolina, opened in 1965. Capacity of 35,000 people, 1 mile in length. But boy, it is a goofy looking track. Look at that track. The front stretch all kind of weird. Not really a quad oval, but kind of a tri-oval, but just a weird looking one. Not just kind of an eye oval is kind of what it looks like. So gonna be fun, gonna be bumpy. The Rock is definitely a great idea. I mean, it's like one of those Jeeps, those mountain crawlers going up one of those mountains. That's kind of what it's like. These trucks going to be bouncing and bumping all over the place. But first round of the playoffs, so lots to talk about here tonight. Michael Kostick, we'd see the top 10 there. Stefan Davis is going to be your final driver in. And so looking to see some really good stuff out of him. I don't know why I keep locking in on Stefan Davis, but we got to be looking out for him. But obviously, Bandits Motorsports, Michael Kostick, Jonathan Cofield with those 3 wins. Just top-notch drivers, top-notch team. And tonight they look to continue that trend as they're right now showing first and second in the qualifying standings. Just unbelievable what these two have been able to do. Andy Kurtz, though, right behind him, definitely has potential. And Aaron Adcock, always a looming threat. Especially as we get down to the end of this thing. Brandon Wallace, Mickey Isaac, Brett Bieber, all of those have been consistent all year long, and any one of them tonight can make a big difference. You see, everything is reset from 1st to 10th. You got the bonus points for the wins. You don't get locked into the wins, but you have the bonus points. And I think that makes a big difference. So, as we get ready to get this thing going, there's a lot of movement. If you're down at the bottom, you're not really at the bottom. This is a very great opportunity for someone to jump up there and become a contender. So, going to be a real fun one. Well, we got the grid ready to go, so let's go ahead and pull that up, and we'll see who is starting where here tonight. And take a look at Chuck Peg Leg Pole Award winner, going to be Michael Kostick there in that number 8 Chevrolet. You're going to start on the front row with his teammate Jonathan Cofield, first and second in the standings, first and second in the race. Aaron Adcock in 3rd place. That's another one of your playoff drivers. There he is, up into 3rd position. Lucas Lyon. Expecting to see a lot out of him tonight as he'll start in the 4th position. 5th going to be Stefan Davis. There you go. Tracy Passes there in 6th. A lot of these playoff drivers ready to roll here. Alan Nash in 7th. Kieran Church in 8th. Josh Lokovitz in 9th. Tyler Rice in 10th. 11th going to be Brandon Wallace. Charles Stevens in 12th. Brett Bieber 13th. Travis Bieber in 14th. They always seem to be around each other. It's kind of weird. 15th is Chuck Feltz. 16th is Alex V. Jeremiah Holt going to start in 17th. 18th is going to be Spencer Gay. 19th, Garrett Kinder. Mickey Isaac going to roll off 20th. 21st is going to be Kyle Roberts and Mike Beath in the 22nd position. Tommy Osborne in 23rd. Gary Wright in 24th. And that will round out your grid here tonight. So take a look at your drivers that we got. I mean, we got all kinds. We got Brandon Wallace, got Chuck Feltz, Mickey Isaac, Alan Nash, Tyler Rice. We got Charles Stevens. We got Kyle Roberts and Aaron Adcock himself there down on the bottom. They're ready to go. Gloves on. Getting ready to roll off here on the grid for an amazing race. And can't wait to see how this is going to go. As grid is starting. And heck, we're going to get right into it as soon as we possibly can. Truck's already rolling off. Should have a couple laps, I think. So take a look at the race analysis. Fix set up 100 laps, 4 tire sets, and 1 fast repair. Shouldn't surprise you at all. Seems to be the same settings almost every week. So we got Rockingham, and we've got Texas, and then we got Charlotte to crown a champion. So tonight, sort of a wild card type track. A little odd. Some people aren't really used to it. It definitely takes a I mean, a real special type of driver to get this thing done. And it's just, you'll see the bumps as we get ready to go racing here. You're going to see the bumps. You're going to see what these guys are going to be dealing with. So, getting ready to go green. Pace truck pulls off. Michael Kostick leads us down to the green flag. Barney, green flag in hand. 100 laps here in the Hardline Transport Solutions Rebels Truck Series. As they come around to complete lap number 1, Kostick's going to get out in front, and Aaron Adcock, you're going to see him there in the second position, able to take over that spot from his teammate, or from Kostick's teammate there, and solidify himself in that top 3. We'll see. Will this track be something that eats up the tires? I think you'll see it be a problem as we watch Jonathan Cofield going to try to get this position back, but watch what these guys are dealing with on board Jonathan Cofield. Look at the bumps. The steering wheel's moving. The truck bouncing all over. Gets a good run right here. He's going to look right down to the inside, not wasting any time. Gets that position. Aaron Adcock going to fight a little bit on the outside, but you could see just how much suspension movement is being put on those trucks, and Aaron able to hold him off. A very, very interesting track, the way you drive it. You drive it deep down in the corner. We see some smoke. May have a driver that had some sort of issue. But we stay green here. We'll continue to watch this battle for second. But, man, just look at the trucks and how they're moving. It looks like it looks like one of these roads out here in Mississippi. Just watch right here. You almost just don't want to drive it. You don't want to turn the steering wheel because the steering wheel is almost useless. You want to drive down into the corner, let the track kind of give you a big old hug, kind of drive up the track a little bit. You just let the truck do its thing, smash the throttle. You want to get on the throttle way earlier than you think to get that run off the corner. And you see Lucas Lyon able to do that. Right behind him, though, man, looky. Josh Lokovitz there in the 5th position, started 9th, wasting no time to get that number 79 machine up to the front. Got around Tracy Passes, now looking forward to Lucas. You see he's running a really wide line in the middle of the corner, really making sure to let that thing rotate. But we got a battle for second. It's Cofield now going back to the inside of Aaron Adcock. Aaron trying to hold him off. Cofield's going to get a little bit loose off the corner, going to lose some time. And so Aaron going to hold on to that spot for now. But Jonathan Cofield's really putting pressure here early. I think he sees his teammate starting to pull away, and I think that scares the get out of him, because Michael Kostick is currently 1.3 seconds out from the pack. And, boy, it's just weird how these guys are always so dang good. They've elevated themselves above everybody else. Kostick, just an unbelievable driver. He's been lights out all season long, and he doesn't really get into that much trouble. He's always there, though, at the end. He's always in the mix for the lead. And you can see if you let him get out front, Martin Truex Jr. style, he will just dominate, and nobody can do anything with him. Go back through the field. Garrett Kinder. Whoop. Garrett Kinder in the 13, making his way from the 15th spot. I don't think he qualified here tonight, so he is starting in the back, and he will go down to the inside of the 51 of Alex Veith. And I got to say, man, wow. Look at the truck here. This 51 truck looks good. Looks like a Velocity Motorsports number 51 machine. I mean, I don't know who made that. And you know what? There's not that much to it. But there's just something about that red that just jumps out at me. So, Alex Veith, man, what a great. If we had a paint award, I think you'd get it tonight. That looks good. Tell you what, it'll jump out at you. If it's a candy, I want to eat it. But Garrett Kinder now looking forward, trying to run down. Brett Bieber's got about a second to get him, but he is running a little bit faster. Michael Kostick, the fastest truck on the track. But last time by, Garrett just as fast as pretty much the whole top 10. So he is definitely scooting on through. Back here Got a battle between Chuck Phelps and Brandon Wallace. Battles going on all over the track. Brandon Wallace dropped a few spots. I mean, he is known for saving his stuff, and it looks like it's what he's doing. A little bit nervous on the throttle there. It's interesting to see. We've seen some guys in practice get loose, and you can hear him lifting on exit. So I think that's a smart move. Oh, whoa, we got a wreck here as Jonathan Cofield has gone around. Jonathan Cofield and Aaron Adcock. Cofield sitting backwards on the front stretch, and contact was made. There's smoke. He can't get the thing turned around, but his motor is expired. He runs over his own bumper, and must have been some contact between him and Aaron Adcock because Aaron was slow too. Let's take a look and see if we can see what happened. We watched this battle kind of brew, and Aaron trying to hold him off here, and we'll see exactly what happened. They go down into the corner. Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage rewind, and coming off the corner, nothing yet. Everything looks clean. They go down into turn number 1. And honestly, some really good racing. We'll see as they come off the corner, and oh, wow, yeah. Right hook. The 58 goes into the outside wall. We'll take a look at it from Aaron's front bumper here. And look and see if we can see exactly what happened is, yeah, it looks like, I don't know, Aaron might have been trying for a crossover and maybe just didn't quite judge it properly. I'm not real sure. It's kind of odd. See him coming off the corner here, and yeah, I mean, I don't know if Aaron expected him to go low and go down on the apron. I'm not really sure what the expectation was there, but they come together, and man, Cofield really gets the worst end of it. So playoff hopes for Cofield. That's not a good start. Definitely don't want that. But we got some takers down pit road. Looks like Charles Stevens Jr. in that 5th position. He is going to come down and maybe take fuel only along with Kieran Church. And then you got Michael Kostick comes down and takes 4 tires. I think you'll want to do that as much as possible. 4 tires is going to be really good. Tyler Rice, though, takes 2 tires only. So interesting calls here. Not really sure what the right call is. Only 4 sets in the race, so that's one of your sets if you came down and got 4. But if we get a long green flag run here, that could work out. But track position important to some, as Tracy Passons after 15 laps said, you know what, I don't think it's worth it. Alex V along with him. And then Kyle Roberts, Chuck Phelps also staying out there on those 15-lap old tires. So this is going to be a great science project, if you will, is how big a deal are 15-lap old tires. We're going to find out right here as we're getting ready to go back. Green pace truck pulls off into the restart zone. There is no restart zone, but they're in it. Green flag is out. Tracy going to get a great jump here. Let's see, once these tires get rolling, how important are they going to be? We're going to start with Aaron Adcock. And, oh, he gives Kieran Church a little shove down in the corner as Michael Kostick going to drive right by. And the guy that's been out front now is in a bunch of traffic. We're going to see how big a deal those tires are going to make. Can he make it up quickly? And now he's might be going 3 wide here down the front straightaway. Kieran Church looks down to the inside in that. You see that baby blue 22 machine, but not quite able to do it. And, man, Kostick is in a mess as Tracy Passons. Loving to see this. They're going to pull away with Alex Veith in tow. 2x2 going down into turn 3. Charles Stevens, Chuck Phelps side by side. Kostick with nowhere to go. And he is trying to make this thing work. They finally get it all sorted out. So Kostick now up to the 4th position now. And you can see the difference in tires almost immediately. Through the middle of the corner, he's able to get on the throttle. Comes off the corner. And, oh, got somebody. I think that's, I don't know who that is. Tyler Rice in the 6th machine. A little bit of trouble there, able to keep it gathered up. But Kostick already out to the 3rd position. Charles Stevens looking down to the inside, but he can't really do anything as Lucas is down there. So going to have to concede the position, and Kostick going to look forward to Alex V. It looks like he's picking them off pretty quickly now, especially now that the tires have really picked up. Big movers so far. Kyle Roberts, he did stay out, so we'll see. He's falling back from the top 4 all the way back to 11th right now. And so far, Tracy Passons and Alex Veith have been the best holding off, but they had a front row starting position that really gives them a lot of leeway. But Kostick quickly picking his way through the field. Lucas, another driver, the second driver on those 4 tires, and you see Aaron Adcock in that 17 machine who had a little trouble there on the start, got bottled up. Tracy Passons quickly gets run down by Michael Kostick, and Kostick going to take over that top spot, and now he reclaims the lead, and he will probably set sail here. He's already pulling away in that machine. Let's go on board with him and see exactly what the number 8 machine is doing. I love that. You see that some guys are going to be driving way too hard into 1 and 2. You can see he actually lets off pretty early and lets that thing roll down in the corner, then gets back on the throttle as soon as possible. If you drive too hard into 1 and 2 on new tires especially, you're not able to get on the throttle like you need to. You have to wait a little bit longer. That hurts your speed. These straightaways longer than you think they are. So you want to get on the throttle as soon as you can, right there. You see how far or early into the corner he's getting back on the throttle, but lifting early allows you to do that. And so he is, man, already showing why he is going to be a championship favorite. Another one of those is Aaron Adcock, as he is going to be moving up into the 3rd position, now looking to make a pass on his teammate for 2nd. So it looks like 15-lap old tires is definitely worth changing. And if we get a really long green flag run, Tracy Passons, Alex Veith, right now Kyle Roberts all the way back to the 18th position. Those guys definitely learned something there on that stop. Now they will have an extra set. If it comes down to it, we use all of them, it will have an extra set of tires in the pits that could prove useful later in the race. But very rarely, I would say out of 50 times, I think 45 are going to not favor you. I think having that tire set at the end really hasn't ever played out. But we'll see. They can all change tonight. Kostick already out to a 2-second lead over Aaron Adcock and Josh Lokovitz, Lucas Lyon there in tow. And those guys all on 4 tires. You go back here to Alex Veith with Alan Nash there on the inside in that 27 machine as he is trying to make his way up through the field. He started in the 7th position, now up to 6th. He's been able to make up 1 spot. See Charles Stevens Jr. almost gets in the back of the 51. Is they're side by side. 3 wide coming off the corner. Garrett Kinder. That's Jonathan Cofield and Charles Stevens. 3 wide. Cofield obviously probably driving pretty angry as he gets turned on the front straightaway and got a lot to prove here. He needs to get up to the front quickly. And so he is making wild moves to get back up to the front. He's back up to the 9th position as we watch this battle between Charles Stevens and Brett Bieber driving the Valvoline truck. Let's go. Charles Stevens up here on the top. Obviously trying to make that top side work. Now he's going to have to dive down to the inside as Alex tried to sneak in there and I think made Charles a little bit nervous as he's going to have to back out of it. Alex trying to stop the bleeding, and honestly Charles as well, because he, I think, only took fuel there on that stop. So Charles also dealing with the same issue that Alex and company is dealing with. So, oh my goodness, I don't know what happened here. Travis Bieber and Brett Bieber both disconnected. They just do everything together, don't they? I don't see him coming back, so, oh my goodness. So tough deal there for the Bieber bunch. Playoff drivers, disconnection. I don't see that they've disconnected just yet. But they're definitely not here anymore, so I'm not real sure what's going on, but they don't show that they're disconnected, but both Biebers not showing up on time and scoring anymore. So we'll see if they actually do drop or what goes on. But we'll go back to the action, though. Chuck Feltz having to fend off these guys on new tires. Brandon Wallace, new tires, goes around him. Now Tyler Rice coming by. Tyler, I think he is on old tires as well, so. Nice little battle here between these two drivers. See that top side pretty strong if you're patient. It will definitely use the tires up, but and you see Chuck actually gets a great run off the bottom, able to stay with him. But Tyler's going to get into the wall a little bit, fall back just a tad. That might give Chuck the position. Chuck comes off low, trying to give him plenty of room, and he's got that spot, though. He's going to enter in a little bit low. It's going to make it tough. He's going to sling up the track as that momentum takes him up the hill. But you can see how much fun this track is as he's able to just kind of let the track give him a hug and go up and get a run off the corner. But Tyler, a little bit faster here at the moment. Looks like he drives right on by. We'll go back up here. Look at Stephon Davis, Jonathan Cofield, as Cofield continues his drive back up through the field. Oh, my goodness, close contact there. That's Lucas Lyons there on the outside with Alan Nash there right behind him. So Stephon Davis under fire as he's trying to let this play out, but he's got that 58 truck behind him. Stephon driving that Silver Bullet Coors Light machine. Gonna look up to the outside and try to take this spot. Gonna follow Lucas Lyons. He goes around the outside of Alan Nash. All these guys on 4 tires right now. Tracy Passage, who led us to the green flag on that restart, is back in the 9th position. But look at this. Look at how many cars in this frame. Garrett Kinder starting to join this battle as well. So we'll go on board with Garrett. Well, I can guarantee you one thing. Tracy Passage about the only one. Tracy and Alex have kind of settled in around the 10th place mark. But I bet you they'll come down and get tires next time for sure. What a battle here, man. Holy cow. This is 4th all the way back to 8th. Stephon going to fall back to that 8th position. He was looking forward. Maybe trying to save a little bit of tires, let these guys go as they're being pretty aggressive as Lucas and Allen have been going back and forth. Alan Nash looks like he's able to finally make that happen. But it looks like Brett Bieber, Travis Bieber did drop due to upload packet loss. So, wow, tough there for Brett Bieber and Travis. They definitely really fast, always a threat to make something happen in these races. And they are going to be out of this one, it looks like. Hopefully no storms or anything in their area. Watch out the tailgate of Alan Nash. He tries to hold off hard charging Jonathan Cofield almost back. He is in the top 5 now, but trying to get around Allen here as they're nose to tail. He's able to get through the middle of the corner a little bit better than Allen, just not able to get the throttle down 100%. He's going to look down, take a dive down to the corner, and there's really not much that the 27 could do, and Cofield going to drive right on by him. And we've already seen so far, you really don't want to. If you can help it, you want to try to stay. You want to try to stay single file if you can. So if you feel like you're going to get past, might as well go ahead and help facilitate it. Get back in line so you don't lose any more spots. It's I think a pretty smart move. Up front, it is still Michael Kostick, as Aaron Adcock last time by was about 3/10 faster than Kostick that last time by. But this time they were right about even. So Aaron Adcock didn't feel confident before the race. talked to him before the race, and he said, you know, I don't know, I just need to get a good top 5, just need to get a solid run. And hey, he's doing exactly that. I mean, that's what you got to do in a 2-race playoff. You just can't have any major mistakes. Now, making contact with another playoff driver, you know, at least it's another playoff driver. You don't want to be making enemies, that's for sure. But, you know, with a lot on the line, I can't imagine anything that will come of it. Cofield able to get back up to the front. He's back up into 3rd place now. But I think Aaron's doing exactly what he needs to do. Just a couple points behind Kostick. Get up here, finish in the top 3. Go to Texas. You have a pretty good opportunity to get in that final 5. I think Aaron's been strong all season. To come to a track that you don't feel confident in and be running second off of one of the most dominant drivers all season, I think that's so far so good for Aaron Adcock. Go back to this battle as Cofield has now gotten around him, and Lokovitz now making his way through. Josh Lokovitz always seems to be running up in the top 5, running that real high line. I don't know if I like that, but he seems to like it, and it seems to be working out pretty good. He's one of the biggest movers. Garrett Kinder, now your biggest mover, up 12 spots. He's in the 7th position, trying to take spot away from Stephon Davis as they have been battling back and forth for multiple lapses. Alan Nash tries to get to the inside of Lokovitz, but just couldn't quite do it there as he got really tight off the bottom, had to lift, and you see the momentum that he lost. And this is what I love about the ride. Look how these cars are driving, trucks are driving on the track. As you see Spencer Gay there down on pit road. But they could drive all over the track. It almost feels like a short track, running in multiple grooves. Trucks just bouncing all over. It's just a great, oh no! Garrett Kinder turns across the nose of Alan Nash, and almost calamity there as the 13 was trying to make something happen there, make up another spot, and whoo, about gave me a heart attack. You know what? I was about to go into cardiac arrest, but I'm back. I'm ready to go. That's as good as a defibrillator right there. Now Garrett Kinder going to look to the outside this time. He's going to, instead of do that, I think he's going to try just to go on to the outside and try to make it work. Alan Nash starting to fall off just a little bit. We've seen some guys save tires. You know, Garrett Kinder's been kind of hanging around towards the back of the pack and saving his stuff, and he's putting down some really quick lap times. The front 2, interestingly enough, are 2 of the slowest drivers in the top 5. So very, very interesting. So I don't know if there is some strategy in play, fuel strategy or whatever. Go on board, Michael Kostick. I don't see any clutching or whatever. So I don't know. Maybe he burned his stuff up. It's possible because Aaron Adcock has been running him down. He's now 7/10 back. And Aaron not falling off near as much as what Kostick is. So I think Aaron got a little bit of long run speed here. Now the guy behind him is definitely got some. Jonathan Cofield has been easily the fastest driver on the track for the last 5 or 6 laps. Been watching his lap time. He is definitely making his way up through here. So we'll see how quickly he's able to get up there. Josh Lokovitz coming down pit road. This should be a stop that is planned. He did not come down pit road. It looks like. Oh, no, he has. He has come down pit road, excuse me. So this will be his second stop, his second set of tires here right at halfway. So we'll see him come down pit road, get 4 tires and fuel, and get back out there as we should see other folks start to join the fray for too long. Alex Veith going to bring his 51 machine down pit road. So Alex Veith now, he's been out on the track almost as long as anybody else, so he decided it's time to go. And I'm sure he'll be glad to get those 4 tires and go out there and be able to run these guys down, try a little short pitting, and make up some time on the track. Up front, it is still Michael Kostick, but you can see that 17 is hanging back there, about 7/10 out. They're both dangerously in trouble of getting run down by that 58. The 58 is really making a lot of hay here. Aaron is slowly creeping up on Caustic, but not as quickly as Cofield. Cofield is about 3/10 faster almost every single lap, so he is really making it work. You see he's running that bottom line where these other guys are running the top side. You see Chuck Phelps now coming down pit road, one of those who stayed out. So they were out on the track for about 54 laps, where the guys that came down pit road that are currently running first through 11th got a few more laps they can run before they have to come down and take their final stop. You can see Cofield really checking up on the entry of these corners. I think that's what's making the difference. It's those guys really driving hard in the corner, I think. And it's causing them to push up the track. And I don't know, he may have some really aggressive brake biases. You can see that steering wheel doesn't turn that much. Seems like he's really turning with the brake, getting it wound up, and then getting back on the throttle. Here he's right back into it. Listen right here as it goes down in the corner. Right there. I mean, you hear how much it bogged down, and you can see just how much time he's making up. I mean, he's still 3/10 faster than your leader, Michael Caustic. 3 and 4. He does it again right there. He's just kind of almost mashing the brake. I mean, he's trail braking. We'll watch it one more time. Trail brake, punch it. You can see the truck really slow up there. And I think that's making the difference. So an aggressive brake bias, some great brake footwork is, I think, making the difference. He's able to not have to put that much wheel into it. And now here he comes up to the back bumper of the 17. Aaron has continued to close that gap on Caustic now to 4/10 as they get ready to come down and make their pit stop before too long. We'll see how hard Aaron is going to fight here, and how much Cofield. Oh, you see Aaron's going to come off the bottom of the 58, going to get a nice run down through the corner. Aaron's going to kind of defend low side. We'll see right here what they do. Down the front straightaway, Aaron trying to get up there and take the lead, but now he's got the 58 all over the back bumper. Aaron going to drive hard off of turn number 2, comes down, shows him the bumper, drives into the corner on the top side. More pit stops happening. Garrett Kinder, Alan Nash, who watches battle for second place as here comes Charles Stevens Jr. there on tires. See that white truck right behind him. So he's going to play a part in this little battle. He's going to go up to the outside, and as he comes off the corner, we really have nowhere to go here. So we'll see what he does here. Charles, he can't just, you say, well, why is he not being respectful and let those guys battle it out? Well, that's because he come down pit road. He's got to make every single lap count on those new tires. So he has got to make moves where and when he can. He's able to get one of his laps back. He went 2 laps down there after pit. And you see Tracy Parsons coming along as well. He's got multiple people coming out of pit road, still waiting on your leaders. 3 leaders, 1, 2, 3. That's Michael Caustic, Aaron Adcock, and Jonathan Cofield. Look here. Look at the tire difference. This is what 48 lap versus brand new tires looks like, as Tracy and Lucas Lyons there on the bottom. As Aaron really way up towards the wall. Him and Caustic. Cofield using that bottom. Here comes Caustic. Caustic going to come down pit road. It's time to make his pit stop. Will anybody come along with him? It looks like maybe the 17 thought about it, but here comes the 8. Going to come down pit road, give up the lead. Felt like it was the time. He was about to lose it on track. Might as well come down pit road. So going to give up the top spot. And I think he's in good position here. But right here, look here. Made contact early in the race. Aaron looks down to the bottom. Is going to push up the track. Obviously, tires a little wore out. He's going to come down pit road now and make his stop. That's going to give the lead over to Jonathan Cofield, who was able to drive up through the field. I think if you're not putting money on that 58 machine, you're in trouble, because he ran those leaders down from the back of the pack there on that restart. So after 50 laps, Cofield was the fastest driver, so he looks to continue pushing forward. He has a good pit stop here. He's in good shape. That 58 looking really, really strong here tonight. No surprise there at all. I don't think I'm really surprised by any of the top 5 at the moment. I think Garrett Kinder can get up there if we can get a caution. Some of these guys that started near the back, not quite able to make it up through there as fast as Cofield, I think can definitely make some noise. But right now, Cofield gives up the lead, comes down pit road. We'll see if everybody else follows. Coming out of the pit road is Aaron Adcock. Gets passed over by quite a few people that have already come down pit road, but he will have the freshest tires. And right now, we're still waiting on one driver, and that's Mickey Isaac, come down pit road. He tried a little pit strategy in the ARCA series last week, or on Friday night, and came away with a 4th place finish. It was actually a pretty impressive feat. Couldn't quite get the win. He's a little bit too off the pace, but still impressive out of Mickey. Is, man, Lucas lying all over the back bumper, and Lucas may have gave him a little bit of bump, puts the 0-1 in the wall. I can't tell if he actually made contact or if Mickey just got a little squirrely there. It's hard to see from that camera angle, but definitely a close call for both those drivers. Is Mickey going to continue to stay out? 54 laps here on these tires. He's got to be feeling the pressure of these new tires as they're going around the track. We'll take a look here, though. Battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Aaron Adcock leads this little pack. He's able to come out in front of these guys. And Cofield staying out those couple of laps. Puts him behind as now Garrett Kidder, Alan Nash going to battle side by side. Cofield nowhere to go here as he's watching the 17 sort of drive off along with the 8. Going to make it 3 wide likely. Too late in the race, 30 laps to go. You don't have time to wait around as these guys wait on them to try to settle it. You got to go. So if he can get 3 wide, he's going to take it. He was able to run down Costick at the end of the run. Here he goes, thinking about it. Couldn't quite get the run just yet. Cofield still trying to get around Alan Nash and Garrett Kinder. Garrett finally Alan's going to get a little bit loose off the corner. That's going to open the door for Cofield. As you see, Mickey Isaac coming off of pit road. Cofield now out to the outside. Going to take over that 5th position. Now Garrett Kinder up 15 spots from where he started. Trying to hold on to this 4th spot, but boy, I tell you what, Cofield isn't coming. Garrett Kinder almost just moves over and lets Cofield go. Up front, though, it is Josh Lokovitz, who came down pit road about 20 laps ago, so he has already made his stop. So expect to see Costick and Aaron Cofield kind of run him down pretty quickly as his tires start to fall off, quite a bit to these guys. Last time by, he was about, I don't know if he had a bad lap or what, but he was is already a second, 1.2 seconds off the pace of Michael Costick. So they'll catch him pretty quickly, but out front right now, that's a good place to be. Get a caution, that could be everything that you need. Nice little group of trucks right here. Charles Stevens, Brandon Wallace, Lucas Lyon, and Stephon Davis. Stephon Davis, not doing as good as I thought he would. He is making a move down on the inside of Brandon Wallace. Oh, Lucas Lyon, right now is Lucas, going to dive down to the inside, almost make contact. Brandon Wallace kind of saw it coming and kind of gave him a little bit of room. But I thought this was Stephon Davis' race to go up there and win. Currently running in the 10th position. Going to make up a few spots here if it goes green. But, right now he can go from 10th all the way to 7th place in just one turn if he does it right. Oh, Stephon Davis down in the grass. Comes off the corner, just gets a little bit loose off the corner as those new tires will get you every time. Put that throttle down just a little bit too hard, and that right rear started to come around, but a great save by Stephon to get that done. Go back up here. Battle for 3rd place. Aaron's got it. Jonathan wants it. Cofield has been the fastest truck on the track. got the freshest tires out of the whole bunch. So Aaron's really going to have to fight here. Aaron was able to run down Costic there at the end of that last run. But we'll see what he can do as he's going to be under fire from Cofield. As up front, Costic has run down Josh Lokovitz very quickly, as Lokovitz still about a second off of pace with those older tires, and Costic goes around relatively easily. Back here, it is still a dog fight for this battle, and it's hard to say if you don't really know what happened until after the race. There's always two sides of the story, but it seems like these guys are racing like they think the other guy is the one who caused the problem. It's hard to say. I'm just a broadcaster. I don't know. I don't hear nothing on comms, so I don't really know what's going on. But I'm just assuming the way they're racing really hard against each other as Mike V gets down to the apron, moves out of the way. It's going to open the door for Cofield as they're coming up on Josh Lokovitz. Josh going to almost pull a little pick there on Cofield. Allows Aaron to hang on to that spot. Obviously, I mean, where's he going to go? And he just happened to pick the bottom. But these two right here have been racing hard after that contact, and it has not gotten better. So, you know, I kind of say it's a racing incident. It's hard to say whose fault it was, but, you know, a lot of times you don't know until you get out and you re-look at the broadcast, you look at the replay, and they'll see that it was just a racing incident, really. One was coming up, one was coming down. They just met in the middle, and that happens sometimes in big-time sim racing. But it seems like they're racing like they think the other guy did it. So, goes down to the inside. Cofield trying to make it work as Aaron going to fight hard on the outside. 20 laps to go. You're not going to just give it to him. And, I mean, this could be a battle for what potentially could be the winner. As Costic, while very fast, has shown that he can fall off a little bit here, which is odd. You don't see that very much. And so these guys want to be able to run down Costic, and if they're spending time fighting each other, they won't be able to do that. But you know that Aaron can't just roll over and let him have it. And here comes Cofield. Gets a great run down the front straightaway. Going to be right on the back bumper. Tried the outside to get a run off the corner. Couldn't quite do it. Going to do it again here. Look at the run that he's going to get off of that corner. Oh, he's got a big run. He's going to look down the inside for sure. Not quite able to get there. But these boys are racing really, really hard. Coming off the corner, Alex Veith right in front of him. Oh, almost make contact as they tried to go around him. Cofield checks up a little bit more as, man, Aaron was like, excuse me, pardon me. As I think they expected Alex to sort of be down at the bottom. But, of course, Alex on older tires is on 31 lap old tires. So you can say, I'm going to slow down and let you go on the high side. But sometimes it's hard to really make that happen. And I don't think he intentionally did that. I think he just drove down the corner and the front end just didn't turn. And Aaron the fresher tires prevailed. He goes around the outside. So now Aaron's got a little bit of a breather here, 0.4 of a second back to Cofield. Cofield obviously has been the fastest truck on the long run, but Aaron's got a little bit of opportunity here as Michael Costic going around Chuck Phelps now. Aaron now 0.7 of a second behind, 15 laps to go. Chuck Phelps stays low on the track. We'll see if he lets Aaron go. They go down to the corner. Same thing as last time as, Chuck trying to get that truck to turn. Just doesn't want to turn right now, but I think this is going to be a battle at the end of this thing. Aaron has shown a lot of speed here at Rockingham. He kind of sandbagged a little bit on our conversation earlier, talking about how he just needs to finish in the top 5, finish good. He's got potential for a win here if he can just get up there to Costic. Now, it's going to be a chess match for sure because Cofield is going to be there. Cofield now back to the back bumper, but you can't look in the rearview mirror anymore. You got to be looking out front. That 8 is coming back to you. You got to be trying to focus on hitting your lines and not really worry about where that 58 is if you're that 17 machine. If you're Cofield, you're trying to get around him quickly. You don't want to waste a whole bunch of time, get up there and battle your teammate. But Hard decision. Here comes Cofield down to the inside. Not going to be able to quite get the run he needs down the back straightaway as Aaron continues to push forward, even under fire from Jonathan Cofield down towards the end of this race. Cofield, though, getting very aggressive on the middle of the corner. He's there looking, keeps peeking down to the inside. Can he make that move happen? Really making that inside work off the corner. That's the tough part. Does a good job there. Almost pushed the throttle a little bit too early. Has to lift, gets back into it. But he is putting all kinds of pressure on that 17 machine. He's going to give a little gas. Get that spotter call. He is there off the corner. Can Aaron hold on to it? Aaron's going to get the much better run down the front straightaway. They continue to push towards that 8. They were all in the 4s, 25 4s that last lap. These two battling side by side, but you can see that truck just not responding well. Now that the tires have gotten a little bit older, they're on the bottom. It seems like as soon as you get on the throttle on the exit, it really wants to push a little bit, and it's making this pass very, very difficult. As they cross the line, Costic 25.525, Aaron Adcock 25.447. They continue to push forward. Both these guys racing, they're still running down your leader. Side by side here, Cofield gets a little bit loose, not quite able to get down to the inside. He had a great run, but just struggled a little bit there to get the power down. They lose a little bit of time there to Costic. So Costic starting to pull away, definitely having a nice advantage from Aaron Adcock, having to worry about this 58. The 58 is just putting so much pressure on that 17 machine. It is going to be a dogfight. And I think at some point they're going to lose contact with that 08 if they keep racing like this. But with only 8 laps to go, they're running out of time. I think Aaron is in a good spot. If he continues to push forward, he's a little bit slower that time than Costic. Really needs to be able to use as much track as he can. Cofield just not able to complete that pass. You see how much lap traffic you have in front of that red truck. Now Aaron going to have clean track again, going to be able to use that entry. You really want to drive down on the bottom if you possibly can, but just struggling middle exit compared to Cofield. Cofield just has a much better run from middle exit, but they were a tenth faster than Costic last time by, so Aaron be able to get out there and be single file allows him to keep pushing on that number 8 machine. 6 laps to go, coming to 5 when we hit the start-finish line. Aaron gets really high in the corner right there. You can see really trying to get the run off the corner, protect that outside. He can run high. He's always going to get the better run off the corner, and Cofield's already shown that bottom is struggling here on exit. Cofield there. Going to get to the inside, though. Maybe he can get there. Not quite. Still struggling. Now we got trucks side by side right in front of him. Is that going to play a part? Cofield on the inside. Aaron must have had a bad corner there because Cofield is as far up as he's been all race long. We'll see what he can do here. Down to the corner, we got Kyle Roberts on the outside. Oh, is it the truck's going to play a part here? Now Aaron may be getting picked by his teammate, Kyle Roberts. Go down to the corner. Kyle stays up out of the way. Aaron's going to drive through the corner, but I think Cofield is going to have the spot. 4 laps to go as they come to the line. Aaron drives down deep into the corner trying to get that spotter call if he can, but now Jonathan Cofield sets his sights on his teammate. Still a lot of lap traffic right up ahead as we're on board. Jonathan Cofield as he looks to the inside, and he is, making some really good moves as the 22 of Kieran Church going to stay down low. How hard is the 8 going to battle? This is their 2 top championship drivers, showing why that they sit atop the point standings with just 3 races to go, and they're going to battle it out for a win. Aaron Adcock there waiting in the wings. He's definitely got the speed. He needs to get back up there and get back in the fight. He's going to run out of time if he doesn't get there in time. But nose to tail, the front 2, Bandit Motorsports, Poman in third, 2 laps to go. Can Cofield get this done? Aaron falling back a little bit. Truck not driving like he needs to, but side by side for the lead. Cofield has got the inside track. Costic going to drive down on the door, try to get that thing wound up on the outside. The door to door as they come off of turn 4. Can Cofield make it work. Has a really good exit compared to Kostick. Kostick not getting the exit that he needed. Kostick, though, going to drive down on his door, try to hold on to that spot, but Cofield gets the better run through the middle on the white flag. Here we go, one more time to go. Kostick looking down to the inside. Can Kostick do it? No, he can't. Cofield has the position, and he's going to win here at Rockingham. Arkansas is what I was going to say. Going to win here at Arkansas. Wow. What a run from Cofield. I mean, started in second, gets turned, and then drives up through the field. And then after that pit stop, able to run down Michael Kostick. Kostick just coming up a little bit short there, getting past with just one lap to go. What a great run by that 58 truck. Cofield Asphalt and finishing, or SM Racing, excuse me. You got to burn it down on the front stretch, man. What a wild one. It was awesome. I mean, your top three put on a show, and there's a lot of drivers out there having some really good racing, but these guys, the last 15 to 20 laps was just unbelievable, and Cofield comes away with the victory. Let's take a look at your results here as we'll see where everybody finished up. And you see Donta Cofield, Michael Kostick, Aaron Adcock, your top three. Garrett Kinder, your biggest mover of the race, as we go ahead and jump into the Flexible Freight Solutions post-race show. So your hard charger, I mean, it's going to go to Garrett Kinder there in fourth. Started 19th, finished fourth. Got a caution. I think Garrett Kinder had something for these boys, but just ran out of time, really. Stephon Davis comes back and finishes fifth. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I was looking for out of Stephon. Comes back, finishes in a top 5 position. Alan Nash going to come away with 6th. Brandon Wallace, they're in 7th position with Josh Lokovitz there in 8th. Lucas Lyon comes home in 9th. Tyler Rice rounds out your top 10. 11th is going to be Charles Stevens Jr. Tracy Passons, Kieran Church going to be there in 13th spot. 14th going to be Mickey Isaac. Turn this down a little bit. Chuck Phelps going to come home in 15th. Alex Feath in 16th. Spencer Gay comes home in 17th. Kyle Roberts in 18th. 19th going to be Gary Wright. Mike Feath going to round out your top 20. 21st, Brett Beaver, Travis Beaver, obviously the Hard Luck Award winner for sure. Those two, because they get disconnected, got their internet, dropped them out. That is a tough deal there. Jeremiah Holt going to finish in 23rd, and Tommy Osborne never really turned a lap. So there you have it. There's your results. One caution there early, and yeah, I mean, just impressive stuff. Let's take a look at your schedules. We'll talk a little bit about this. Wait on everybody to get down into the booth, and we'll talk to some of these drivers. But yeah, I mean, look at the schedule. Rockingham, we're almost done. Rockingham, Texas, and Charlotte. Just almost sad to see it go, if I'm honest. He just had just a great season. It's been a fantastic season. You know, I think there's been some issues here and there, but you know, I just honestly don't know why. Don't know why. It's been just an incredible season, but you're still at the end of the season in the first race of the playoffs with 3 races to go, 24 trucks. I think there's some leagues that would just love to have something like that going on. So, well, all right. Let's talk to some of these drivers. We'll get them in here. We're going to start with our winner. Something a little new we're going to do here at VSRN. We're going to start with the winner. Why on earth are we always starting with third, making the winner wait so long? But we're not going to do that tonight, as Cofield is going to be your winner here tonight. Cofield, this Eddie in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, man, you had an eventful race. I mean, to be up there tied for the lead in points, you come up there, you start on the front row, you did everything right, you get turned, and you go all the way to the back. I mean, truck toe up. They threw a motor in there, lickety split, and you come out there with a head of steam. It seemed like you put a little juiced up motor there on that fast repair and came up through the field. Man, talk a little bit about the first part of that race and what you needed to do to get up through the field and get up there and get to the end there.
It was a good race. I didn't get turned. I thought I was clear. I told Adcock Walker, I said, man, you like trying to pass Ryan Newman tonight. I mean, even right there at the end, it took lap upon lap to get by him. But yeah, that was completely my fault. Thought I had him off the corner. I got the clear call, but I think he might have got a little boost coming down that hill off 4. But yeah, it's a good run. Just trying not to get up top like them other guys and wear my tires out. Try to stay on the bottom. Maybe diming the corners just a little bit, but not as bad as what they was doing. I could really slow the car down and turn, get it to rotate, and get off the corner pretty good.
Well, I mean, you absolutely showed that as on the long run, you're about 0.3 faster, and it seemed like you were really getting on the brakes on entry. We kind of highlighted that during the broadcast, and it seemed like you were getting off the gas pretty early into one for sure, and then almost stabbing the brake to keep it on the bottom with maybe a little bit of brake bias. What was the trick there to get it to slow down on entry there?
Yeah, you can go pretty quick down the straightaways. You can back the corners up a whole lot further than you think you really need to. But yeah, it just helps save tires. Run a pretty low brake bias, so trying to get the truck slowed down, not trying to burn the tires up, entering the corner and through the center. Just trying to save my stuff. I knew tires was going to be the big thing. We had plenty of fuel. Wasn't going to be no fuel mileage into it. So just tire management and trying not to get in trouble there.
Well, wind doesn't lock you into this round as far as I know, and I could be wrong, but it hasn't locked you in at all this season. So you can't really say you feel safe because you're not going to be locked into the final 5. But at Texas, you got to feel pretty good about your chances at Texas. What's your plan? Knowing that you got this win in the bag, you're going to have a nice points lead, and you really just need to have a solid race next week. And with these fields constantly being around 25, even towards the end of the season, which you very rarely see, kind of what's your thoughts going into Texas?
I just do like you always say, Eddie. Try to get an interview.
There you go. Come on.
We've had some awesome crowds, man. Appreciate all these guys coming out. I wish all the races in Rebels was like this, but this seems to get the car count, and appreciate everybody coming out here. But yeah, next week just try to keep the nose clean and try to get an interview.
Yeah, well, there you have it. Cofield takes home the victory here tonight at Rockingham. That's a fun track to win at. Cofield, who you got to thank?
I don't think you in the booth. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather tonight. So, VSRN, you in the booth, Teammates Bandits, SM Racing Products, Sim Shop, Cofield Asphalt Refinishing, Cofield Supply and Service, and everybody makes this league go round.
All right. Well, there you have it. Your winner, Jonathan Cofield, takes home the victory with the last lap pass. Very, very exciting. And he comes away with his 4th victory of the season. Kostick, going to bring him up in here. Not really sure how he feels. We're going to find out. Of course, he's pretty level-headed every time we do an interview. But Kostick, I mean, you led a majority of the race, 76 laps there. On the last lap, your damn teammate comes up and passes you. You fought really hard. What else did you need to do to maybe hold him off?
I don't know, either save tire a little bit better or not short pit there. I think that might have been one of my downfalls, but it is what it is.
Well, it seemed like your truck was really, really good from the start of the run to the middle. Where do you think that the end of the run was making you struggle? Because both Cofield and Aaron were starting to run you down at the end of that thing as y'all kind of debrief in the waiting room. What do you think was the difference there in the long run, especially during the middle of that race that you almost got past, or you did get past right as you were coming down pit road?
I'm not sure. I think maybe I was just throttling up too early, especially in 1 and 2, because later on in the run, I kind of got pretty loose there, or tight coming off of 2. But yeah, I don't know. That's maybe my 3rd race here, so I was just kind of winging it and guessing.
Well, you still had a fantastic race. I mean, one little slip from Cofield, and you're the winner tonight, so it was that close. Just 0.2 of a second separated you two at the line. So just a great battle between teammates. Aaron Adcock was up there battling with y'all all race long, and so looking forward to ask the same thing to Cofield. You got to feel good about this, but he's not locked in with that win, and neither are you. You have to think about Texas, and you could still, with these fields being as big as they are towards the end of this season, you can't just rest on, well, if I just show up, I'm good. I know you got to feel confident because you've been fast all season, but kind of what's your thoughts? All of this is crescendoed, and now we're here at the end, and you've got one race to make it into the final five. How much pressure do you take into that Texas race, or do you just feel, hey, I'm good to go?
It's just another race, just go out and try to keep it clean, run up front and finish well, but not really going to change the approach. It's just another race.
All right. Well, there you have it. Caustic comes away with second place. Who you got to thank here tonight?
Thank you for doing the broadcast and VSRN. Matt for all the work he does for the series, Brandon and all the other admins, and then my teammates at Bandits.
Right, there you have it. Michael Caustic comes away with the second place finish, and then we got your third place finisher, Aaron Adcock, who we've got coming into the booth right now. And here he is. Aaron, leader of Po Man, third place finish, but boy, you had a great run tonight. Talked to you a little bit before the race, and you said, I just need to finish good. I don't know about this track, blah, blah, blah. And damn it, if you weren't one of the fastest trucks on the track. Seemed like you had a pretty good piece on you tonight. You didn't have to go through the grass to get it done, but you come home with a third place. So close. What was that truck driving like, and maybe what did you need there at the end to get the win, man?
Man, I'm still not sure about tonight's race. No, I come into the practice session and just told myself whatever's going to happen tonight is going to happen, and had a little bit of speed in practice, and right there before practice was over, I kind of went into my my little process of doing a couple hot laps, and just was able to find a little bit of speed towards the end of practice, and right there at qualifying was able to throw down a good lap and be relevant. I knew that at this track, being up towards the front was going to be very important. Was able to start P3, got a real good jump behind Caustic there on the start of the race, and was able to clear Cofield, and I watched Caustic just drive off into the sunset, and I thought, man, it's going to be a long night if something crazy doesn't happen. And he was running it pretty hard pretty early, and was able to catch up with him on that long green flag run we had after that pit stop. But yeah, just truck handled good. I don't know, I tend to psych myself out a little bit, and when you get to these tracks where you kind of got to focus and get into a rhythm, sometimes it just seems like it falls into my hand a little bit, I guess, if I just stay patient and focus. But yeah, wasn't anticipating a good night, but was able to make it a good night. So I'll take this any day of the week at this track. It's a tough track to get in here at the start of a playoff run and have to have a good night. So yeah, just glad to have it behind me.
Well, I mean, with only 2 races in the playoffs, I mean, it definitely amps up the pressure of you can't really have a bad race. I mean, there's only 2 races, so if one of them's bad, you're in trouble. And you made some contact with Cofield, and he was able to recover, while it wasn't intentional, and Cofield actually said it was his fault, but a little bit of a racing incident, that can happen anywhere. And with only 2 races, I mean, talk a little bit about, does that change the way you feel? I mean, y'all were still racing really, really hard. But does it change any way you feel about how to race, drive, how aggressive you are or not with just 2 races in the playoffs?
Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah, when Cofield got around me there in turn 3, it just seemed like the bumps. He was naturally washing up to try to get the run off, which, that's how you run that corner of the track. But, just hit the bumps, and the back end of the truck gets real light in that area, especially on fresh tires like that. And yeah, just come up in front of me, and it was just a racing deal. He took, he told me it was his bad, but it's just hard racing. I mean, you got 10 drivers going for 5 spots. I knew it wasn't intentional. We raced clean all night, but we raced hard, and yeah, it definitely amps the pressure up. You kind of got to go into the mindset of you don't have but one round to make it, and if you want to be in the top 5, you better run top 5 this weekend, next week, if you want to guarantee a spot in the in the championship race in 2 weeks.
That's right. Well, Texas on the docket up next. It's a weird track. Got that weird turn one. But I think you're pretty good there. How do you feel about that new Texas?
Yeah, I like Texas. It's definitely a fun track. I don't know. I do good at tracks that you don't just have to be wide open all the time. That you are there for a couple laps, but it also turns into a tire saving track too with the weird configuration. So yeah, next week's just going to be a matter of qualifying up front and staying up front. Basically, just same game plan that we had coming into this week, and I hope it all works out. My focus tonight was the TV time and to be relevant and be here at the end. And I checked all the boxes, I think, and we'll load up a new truck and head to Texas next week and see if we might have a little better luck and put it in victory lane, shoot some pistols off.
Come on. Well, hey, that sounds good to me, and good luck. Great race. I mean, it's going to put you solidly in third place in the points with Andy Kurtz being out of this one. So now you got to feel a little bit better about that, give you a couple of spots buffer. And, I mean, with this type of performance, carry that momentum over into next week, you'll definitely be racing for the championship in Charlotte. So congratulations on that run, and who you got to thank? Any sponsor shout-outs?
Yeah, my wife and kids, appreciate them allowing me to have a little bit of time on Sundays to blow off a little steam and get in here and race with all the guys. My parents and grandparents, everybody that's watching, American Grid Apparel, Apex Sim Racing, all my guys at the Poman Motorsports Shop. I appreciate them showing up each week. I always enjoy racing with them. And yeah, you, Eddie, in the booth, Rebels Racing, the original Rebels, and all the sponsors over here that help us, show up and race and help our families be able to watch us race on Sunday. So thank you for everything you do, and the whole entire league and everybody watching. Appreciate y'all watching. And next week we'll put on a show in the Longhorn State.
There you go. Well, there you have it. Third place finisher, Aaron Adcock, getting himself ready for a dang good playoff run, 2 races, and man, what an awesome show here tonight, especially expecting that to continue on into Texas as, man, we're already there, baby. Texas Motor Speedway going to be where we get ready to set the final 5 in this series. One more time, look at there. 100 laps at Texas, 100 laps at Charlotte. 200 laps is all that separate us from our next Rebels Truck Series champion. And, man, I'm here for it. Can't wait to see who's going to take home the championship. I think it's Bandits Motorsports to lose, but you just never know. Thank y'all very much. Glad y'all were watching. It was a lot of fun tonight. Felt good tonight, y'all. It felt right. And, glad to be able to show off some of that amazing racing. It's easy when racing is that good. So we'll see y'all at Texas next week, I think. And yeah, be racing for a championship. Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all next time. Thanks to Matt Clemon, Brandon Wallace, all of our sponsors, Chuck Pegleg Felts, Flexible Freight Solutions, Andy Kurtz, and No Neck Fashion Repair for their support. And of course, Hardline Transport Solutions for their sponsorship, Mike Pertosa with the Truck Series. All right, guys, well, that's it. We'll see y'all next time. See y'all at Texas.